Welcome to the second installment of Inside the Mind here in Madden 26. Inside the Mind is where I go and break down a full game of Madden for you guys in great detail, giving you my thoughts and opinions on each and every single play on offense and defense, letting you guys know how I did throughout the course of a very intense game. This game is going to be very, very special because this is going to be a game that I played against one of the best players in the entire world. He goes by the name of Gabagol. Gabagol is notoriously known to be a high-powered offensive player. He is one of the best offensive players in the entire world, and just in general, he is one of the best players in the Madden scene. I would say he's a fringe top 10 to top 15 player in the entire world. So we are dealing with absolutely no slouch here. We are playing in the gauntlet mode inside of Madden Ultimate Team, trying to secure the 10-win marker before we lose 2 games. And I know once I saw this gamer tag, I had to really lock in for this one, because if I am not locked in for it, he is going to wipe his ass with yourself. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get into it. These are really long videos, so grab yourself a beverage, grab yourself a snack, and sit back and enjoy. If you guys want to see this video kind of in gameplay fashion where it's not breaking down every single play, let me know down below in the comments section. So here we are. This is a look at his top 3 here. They show the top 3 for both for yourself and your opponent before every single game. So this is his top 3 here. He's got the Crystal Jahmyr Gibbs. He's also got Lawrence Taylor, the limited time player that just came out the other day. And he's got Aaron Rodgers. He is rocking out with a Giant theme team. A lot of people are going away from the Jacksonville Jaguars, which has been popular for the last several weeks in the game. A lot of people now going to the New York Giants. They've gotten a lot of really good players, especially on defense over the course of the last couple of weeks. They just got a Plaxico Burress wide receiver item as well. OBJ is dropping too this week in the game. So Giants theme team is probably right now, I'd say, the best all-around theme team in the game. But Jacksonville Jaguars is what I personally I'm still rocking because of the one and only Travis Hunter. He's just too damn good, man. He's just too damn good. If you play Mutt and you rock a Jacksonville Jaguars theme team, you understand. Speaking of Jaguars, I am still in the Jacksonville Jaguars offensive playbook, and I believe I'm in the Minnesota Vikings defensive playbook as well. Here's a look at my top 3. In my top 3, I've got the ranked Benjamin St-Juste cornerback item from the champion tier. So he's an 89 overall, powered up to 91 with boosts and stuff. So probably the best cornerback in the game, 6'3". He has 92 speed on my team, so he's pretty fast. Not as fast as, well, no, he's the fastest cornerback in the game, tied with Travis Hunter, but I don't have the top 100 version of him. If you get the top 100 version of him, he's 93 speed. Crazy. We too also have Jahmyr Gibbs. The crystal version of him, I have him at 93 speed, so he's the fastest player in the game on offense. And then our quarterback is Case Keenum, and I'll explain why that is here momentarily. So before we get too far in this, I just want to let you guys know that the day before this game that we played here, I really kind of hit a brick wall on the offensive side of things in this game. Now you're thinking to yourself, this is probably one of the easiest years to ever move the ball. How could you hit a wall on offense? Well, I did. I simply did. And I wouldn't be surprised if you're out there and if you've hit a wall at some point this year on offense. While yes, it is super easy to move the ball, it still does not mean that you can be perfect 100% of the time. No one can be. I will admit that. First and foremost, I had gotten really just bad on offense, putting up bad raw combinations, throwing switch stick interceptions nonstop. It was getting to a point where I was like, all right, I have got to do something about this. I have got to get in the lab, put in some work here, use my brain, and fix this. I literally cut off a stream. I think it was the stream, but the day before this, I cut the stream off early. So I'm like, yeah, I need to get in the lab on offense, and we did. And it took a few hours that night. It took a little bit of time before this game here, this morning or the day that I played this game, and we fixed the problem. And now I feel really confident again on offense, and you guys will see the confidence displayed here in this game. Also, you guys will see future content that I am going to be putting out on this channel being displayed here in this video as well. So keep that in mind. Things that I point out here, you will see a little bit later down the line, broken down into better detail. So here we go. Gauntlet time, trying to win 10 games before losing 2 games. And he is going to be kicking the ball off first. I'm going to go ahead here, set my coaching adjustments. Not going to get into all that because I've explained that multiple times here, that you can set your you can set your defensive coaching adjustments when you get the ball first, and then you can set your offensive ones when you kick the ball first. It's been that way in Madden the last several years. So here we go. I'm in the lovely Steeler alternate uniforms. He is in the Green Bay Packer uniforms. He's a big Green Bay Packer fan. I've got Jahmyr Gibbs here returning kicks, and I also got Travis Hunter back there as well. Big reason why is because if you have more than 90 speed, and this is the first little nugget that I'm going to be dropping on you guys here in this video, if you have more than 90 speed on any player in this game, that can be on offense or defense, you are able to do a speed boost with them. It's really hard to explain just by talking about it, so I'm not going to explain it here, but just so you know, you are able to do that function or glitch. I don't even know if it's supposed to be part of the game. I highly doubt it is. It's probably going to get patched in the next title update, but for the time being, use it and abuse it. 90 speed or above, or any player, you can speed boost with them. You can speed, it doesn't matter the height, the speed, it doesn't matter. Well, speed matters, obviously. It doesn't matter the height either, weight, doesn't matter. 90 speed or above. Speed boost. You're welcome. Like I mentioned, Jacksonville Jaguars offensive playbook. Still, for the past few days, I've been contemplating maybe changing playbooks for the first time since the beginning of the year in this game. And after doing the lab work that I did here and doing even more in the past day or two or whatever, we're sticking in Jaguars, at least for the time being. Probably for the rest of the year at this point, because it's just too good, man. It's just way too fucking good for me and for a lot of other players as well. But while we are running Jacksonville Jaguars, and while I am running the Gun Bunch X Nasty formation on offense to start here, it is one of the best offenses in the game, most meta offenses in the game. While that is the case, I like to pride myself on running meta formations, but trying to be off meta with them, if that makes sense. So what I have started to do, and this is something that has really helped me out a ton, is I have started to implement a lot of short side Bunch X Nasty. What do I mean by short side? Well, I've got the trips receiver here, the trips bunch, lined up to the side with the least amount of field to it, the shorter side of the field, compared to 99% of other Bunch X Nasty players who will align themselves to the wide side of the field every single time. Or what they'll do is they'll flip from the short side, so they'll flip here, or they'll come out in short side, and then to fuck with your defense, they will flip to the wide side. Now, there is a good reason for that. Messes up defensive adjustments, messes up alignment, all that stuff, but it can be kind of predictable at times. And I'm trying to be as predictable as I possibly can, even though it's kind of hard to do so when you're running Bunch X Nasty and everyone knows most popular route combinations from it. But I have started to implement it into my offense because of the play called spacing switch, which I have explained to you guys. And if you guys run Bunch X Nasty or know anything about Madden this year, you know that running back table route is the best route arguably in the entire game, because every time you rack catch it with the rack button, which is X on Xbox, and then I want to say it's square on PlayStation, whatever the X button is on PlayStation, it's that button. That animation, when you rack catch it with the running back, is what you're going to get almost every time consistently. It is super good. I am basically dictating to my opponent, hey, you better run a hard flat out there almost every rip. Otherwise, you're going to get cooked by my running back every single play. And I will try to run this play as much as I possibly can because it is that good. Our big reason why I've been starting to run short side is because it has more space. We have more space to run spacing switch when we are aligned short side to wide side. And because, once again, not a lot of people have been seeing short side Bunch X Nasty this year, so I want to throw a wrinkle into their plans. So that is one of the things that I took very seriously when I was labbing, was trying to be unique in that sense, even though we're running the most meta formation in the game. So the reason why I'm running Case Keenum on offense, trust me, we'll get to the gameplay, I promise. We are running Case Keenum on offense because he, at the time of this game, alongside Aaron Rodgers, were the first 2 quarterbacks in this game to get the gunslinger ability. We all know gunslinger is one of the most overpowered and best abilities in the game every single year because it speeds up the velocity of your quarterback's throwing and also speeds up his release as well. So it really makes a lot of quarterbacks that have really crappy releases, it actually makes them very usable. So I don't think I would ever use Case Keenum whatsoever, but he's got Gunslinger, and he was also like 300K. He's probably cheaper than that now. Aaron Rodgers is still like $1 million, or $1 million. He's a million coins still, because he's not like, you can't get him from a set. You have to get him from like doing an event or whatever, which is why he's more expensive, which I don't understand, because Case Keenum's a little bit faster. Doesn't make any sense. But regardless, that is why we are rocking out with Case Keenum. I also have Conductor on him as well. And y'all saw the video I posted last week about Conductor. Not much more needs to be said. So we can do hot routes at the speed of light. And now here we go. Snapping, spacing switch. And this is my favorite route combo out of it. From the short side to the wide side. Here we go. There it is. Almost got it. Almost got it. We'll get 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 it. Oh, man. All right. Anyways, the table route is the main read on the play. Drag route from the tight end. Crossing route. Return route. Streak. We're basically flooding. 4 players are flooding from wide or from short side. Wide. We're reading running back to tight end to the return route, which is what we hit here on Davante Adams, and we can pick up 9 yards. We run along then, back at it again. We run the alternate setup that I've been running as basically invert the crossing route and the streak. So I streak Travis Hunter and crossing route B this time. He is in the nickel wide defense, is right there. Nico Collins, bad. Well, that was actually bagged. He manned him up right there, and he played pretty damn good defense. That was Isaiah Simmons, Giants team player there. He played that pretty well. He breaks it up. And 3rd down and 1. Actually, no, he is running double mug. He's got LT right here. He's running Howie Long here. He's running the shed defense. So I'm not going to get into too many details about that here. You'll probably find out more about it if you haven't already. But basically, he's just trying to shed me with Howie Long and Lawrence Taylor all game long. For the most part right here, 3rd and 1. We catch him with a little bit of an inside zone. Running the ball absolutely sucks ass in this game. Somehow we don't get the first down here. It's 4th and inches. Yeah, that's how bad running the ball is. I couldn't get a first down on a 3rd and 1. On an inside zone. Honestly, I was just snapping inside zone to maybe catch him off guard if he was pass committing. Knowing him, he probably would not have pass committed. Right here, we go to another little nugget that I have added to the offense, and that is starting to motion the running back, which you don't see a lot of players that run bunch X nasty do. I've been motioning, once again, we see here, I motioned him to the right. I've been motioning him out as well, which you will see here in this video. And this is the play motion dig under. I think that's what it's called. But it has this route here, the sneak route is what it's called. It's not really a table route. It's kind of more of a flat route. But just like the spacing switch table route, it gets that really, really good rack catch animation almost every single time. Even when you motion it to the other side of the formation like we did. So right there, I untargeted his user because he is showing the mid blitz look. So he's trying to send pressure at us. So a good way to block that is to untarget the user. You probably want to block a running back too, especially if they send a lot. Right there, he did not blitz the user at all. He actually put him in coverage. We had stuff wide open. Everything was open for the most part on this play. So I had the post route here by A, streak, corner route, very popular route combo. I believe I had a backside return route and then the sneak route from the running back. We sent 5 out. Look, I mean, he switched it greatly to the tight end, but we had the corner route wide open. So he couldn't switch stick to both routes. He only switched stick to one. You saw the post route was wide open by the tight end, but we hit our corner route wide open instead. Back to the short side, bunch X nasty. This time we quick snap it again. This time we hit Nico Collins again. Pick up a good chunk of yards there. 59 yards already in the first 2 or 3 plays, mostly hitting check down routes. Inside the red zone for the first time. And here is something that is once again going to be featured in future content here on the channel, and that is making RPOs absolutely, positively, 100% more dominant than what they already are. Now, I'm not going to ramble on too much about this, but what I did on this RPO here, we're in the doubles, flex, Y off close, another very popular formation in this game. You have the ability to hot route the players that are on the RPOs themselves. You are able to hot route them. So we have 2 flats. I hot route them to 2 flats. And when I pick and choose, if he's guarding one flat, the other flat I will take right there. He actually switch sticked outside to it. But we have a lead blocker here to Davante Adams. And there you can see that animation from Travis Hunter. You get that animation pretty consistently. Once again, what is that animation? It's the rack catch animation from spacing switch and the sneak route. So I took pride into really trying to be like not unique, but also at the same time, using and abusing the most overpowered routes in this game. Spacing switch table route, sneak route. What do they both get? Really good animations. A flat route on an RPO gets that. And once again, you will see that broken down into further detail a little bit later on in the future. It's going to blow your guys' mind, trust me. We're getting 6 yards, 2nd and 4 here, moving and grooving. Quick snap him once again. This time he played pretty good defense. Probably should have ran that setup. I would like to run that to the wide side more times than not. That time I actually snapped it short side, and he got a shed on us. Not a very good play call, honestly, by me right there. Brings up 3rd down and 11. You saw the play call here. See what it's called. There it is. This is the Y flat goal line play. See what setup I have here. Should bring it up. There it is. There's the setup that I run for it on this play specifically. So I've got the running back streak, tied streak by Travis Hunter. Crossing route. We got a high-low here, 2 streaks, and then we have our good old Y flat goal line speed corner glitchy boosting cheating route. Another really crazy thing about this route here, and I explained this earlier on in the stream when I was doing some labbing. All I'm going to say about this route is, if you want to make this route absolutely glitchier than almighty hell, you're going to need 2 things on this player right here who's on this route. He needs 90 speed, and he needs to be tall. And Nico Collins fits that bill. Nico Collins is the best receiver in this game right now. Trust me, he is. He's 6'4", and he's 90 speed on a theme team. 50-50 theme team plus Crystal. He gets insane animations, and I was testing this out with Davante Adams. He does not do this. I'm pretty sure it's a height and speed threshold, I think. It might be actually a height threshold, because Davante Adams is also, I believe, 90 speed on my team at this point, I think. And so is Nico Collins, but Nico Collins was getting really crazy animations, and Davante Adams wasn't. Keep that in mind. Take that nugget of information and run with it, please. But Nico Collins is on that route, and I know he's going to get that animation, so we throw it to him. And we're so close right there. He actually bumped in to one of his defensive linemen, I think. Let's take a look here. Yeah, he bumped in to his defensive end, so that messed up the timing with it. But there you can see it still got wide open. We got a really good animation on that catch. Unfortunately, we were 1 yard short on the first down. So another 4th down and short. And we're going back to the same play. And I've got Nico Collins over here. And the reason why is because, once again, we want to get that glitchy animation. And you're probably thinking, so how'd you get him over there? I didn't sub him in and sub him out over there. There is a package that you can do in Butt Checks Nasty. That's all I'll say. I'm not going to go into further detail about that. Right here, we snap the play. He actually screams at us. We had Travis Hunter wide open, and he gets a stop. That is James Pierce, is his defensive end right there. He absolutely hollered at us right there. Travis Hunter's butt naked, so is Davante Adams. Definitely want this play back. 2 touchdowns on that play, but we got screamed at. Good defense by Gabagool. He played bend, but don't break, and he ended up getting a stop. We all know how tough it is to get stops here in this game. Now we're on defense for the first time. We are running the 3-3 odd defensive formation. It is the best all-around blitzing defense in the game as of right now. You can blitz from so many different looks. It's insane. Like I've only reached the tip of the iceberg with this defense. That's how good it is. I will say though that it is pretty weak against like inside zones of that nature. It's always been weak against inside zones. So, but once again, running the ball this year sucks ass. So it by default makes this defense not terrible against the run. So that is the main defensive formation that I have been running as of late. Haven't been really running much else. In the Vikings playbook though, there's a lot of other very good formations, especially. I still have double mug, still have the single mug as well. Still have nickel 2-4, which is a really good run defense. So I got 3-4 odd, 6-1, dime 1-4. It's a very, very good defensive playbook. But a big reason why is where you're running it is because of this formation, the 3-3 odd. Really trying to apply pressure, because not being able to get pressure just feels like one of the worst feelings of all time. Right here, we actually played some pretty solid defense the first play of the game. Aaron Rodgers, though, overthrows Davante Adams on a touchdown. I believe he ran, looks like he ran, what's the play? Halfback choice. I think he has the full Davante Adams as well, which I believe he gets up to 92 speed. And Aaron Rodgers overthrows his good buddy Davante Adams there. We kind of got a little bit lucky. Didn't get much pressure there, too. So I will say that we got pretty lucky on that first play of the game for us, which I'll gladly take. What I do is with this defense, in the most common way that a lot of people run 3-3 odd, is they will keep auto flip off and motion assist disabled. This is best run when your slot cornerback is to the left of the formation. So we're mostly looking for pressure from this guy, this linebacker right here. Sometimes this linebacker will scream in pretty fast as well. And then sometimes we'll mix in sending the slot corner blitz as well. This defense kind of has some weird alignment issues when they audible to a different formation or they change plays. So that's why you saw my nickel corner, who is Travis Hunter, still travel to the other side of the field, even though I didn't really want him to. And right here, he runs the Y flat goal line play. And there you can see Nico Collins gets that jumping bunny hop animation and speed boost to the outside and picks up a first down. He's moving and grooving once again. I know he's going to be really high octane on offense. Trying to send dogs at him though early on. Doing a nice switch stick job right there. And we get him throwing the slot fade to Nico Collins. And we catch the pick with probably still the best defensive back in the game. Kyle Hamilton, 6'4", gets pick artist. Great switch stick there. He had to choose between either the crossing route, which he had wide open, or the slot fade. He chose to throw the slot fade. We were just underneath of it. We were just underneath of it enough to catch it with Kyle Hamilton. It's a huge stop for us. So we're back to square one. 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Gotta get going here on offense. Well, we got going on offense. We just didn't finish our first drive off the way we wanted to. So right here we go to the motion play, motion cross post, and I got the running back on a streak, B on a drag, tight end on a corner route, RB is on a streak. We hit the drag underneath. He was aggressive with his switch stick, so we're able to hit him. Nico Collins once again on the drag route, bringing up 1st and 10. We run the RPO alert play, and we put our outside receiver on a flat route. Oh, this player, go back, motion RPO alert zone or whatever it's called. Yeah, motion RPO zone alert. Oh, trust me, boys, I'll break this down in great detail in that RPO video coming soon. Yeah, that shit's crazy. Pick up 7 yards there, back to spacing switch, short side, crossing route, tough catch. Devontae Adams, but we make it there. We click on to cut him off. He wasn't able to click on in time there. We were able to catch it in front of him and get a good animation, and the ball did not hit the turf. Can be kind of a questionable read by us, but nonetheless, it was still pretty good. Right here, he is now switched to, I want to say this is nickel wide. Actually, I don't know if this is nickel wide or single mug. I think it has to be single mug because I feel like the DNs would be way wider out than what they are. So I'm pretty sure he's in the single mug right here. And yeah, he's running the guard blitz. So I think I don't know. It's either he's in wide or in mug. Right there we run, once again, the motion underplay or whatever with the little sneak route. Do a big flooding concept to the short side. Hit our tight end on a quick little drag route for 3 yards. Moving and grooving here back to the Y flat goal line setup. Right there, he actually plays it pretty well. Cages us pretty damn well. We get a yard on a scramble. We'll go back here. X is obviously once again Nico Collins. He puts a hard flat out there. Probably could have thrown RB, my tight end, on a return route, but it was kind of a risky pass there. I just take the scramble up the middle for a yard. Bringing up yet another 3rd down inside the dead zone, aka inside the 20. And we seam streak his ass for a touchdown to Nico Collins. He switch sticks up to his safety here. He probably thought he was on a slot fade, if I were to imagine. And he switches to Javon Holland here, his safety, for a split second, and then switches back down on accident, I presume. He probably tried to switch. He tried to switch down to my drag route, I'm pretty sure. So he switches up right here. This is probably not an open pass. And then he switches down at the last second, and Nico Collins is wide open. Kind of an unlucky defensive play for him. We'll take it, though. We seam streaked him up the middle there for a touchdown. We get on the board first with 20 seconds left. He is getting the ball here. Once again, he's got the best team in the game. He's a competitive player. We've got Jahmyr Gibbs. Gets it out to the 29-yard line. He's back on offense here. He does not have conductor. I believe he has, there it is. There you can see he has playmaker on Aaron Rodgers. So he's not able to quick snap me very much, but he is able to playmaker with his wide receivers, which is probably more annoying to face than getting quick snap, honestly. Well, they both suck. Let's put it that way. Both getting quick snap and playing a guy who playmakers all of his routes, both equally suck. The shells that I'm running are not really like great shells, like just to stop anything really. They're just mostly there for like switch stick purposes. So right there, I switch stick down to my linebacker, and that just left the running back wide open because I saw the crossing route here. I didn't want to give up the big yards. That's the big time switch stick is just a big time give or take game, really. It's like, do you want to give up a big play of 30+ yards, or do you want to take what is given, if that makes sense? Do you want to give up the big play, or do you want to have them take their check down, which he did there? I have mixed emotions, mixed feelings about switch stick in general. Don't get me wrong, I love getting a switch stick interception. It's a great feeling, but I'm on the side where I think switch stick is a really poor excuse by not only us as defensive players, but a really poor excuse by EA for not fixing their zones. Well, why would we fix the zones if you can just switch stick onto them? I mean, does that not sound lazy to you guys? It does to me. So here, I come out in the slot corner blitz play. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called overload blitz in 3-3 odd. But yeah, we're sending the dogs here. We're containing as well so we can get pressure. And we're basically playing a cover 4 hard flat. Easiest switch stick defense in the game. So I'm reading one side, reading the other. That time we screamed at him, Travis Hunter. That's why we still have Travis Hunter right there, 92 speed, screaming off the edge. Did not get the ball out on time there. We played hard flat on one side, hard flat on the other. Just switch stick around, and we get into a 4th down and 7 here. Huge play coming up here. Once again, we're sending the dogs. Once again, sending the dogs at Gabba goal here. We're sending the 3 down linemen. We're sending our linebacker. We're sending 5. Sending the corner blitz off the opposite side, which is what he's probably expecting us to do here. Once again, we're blitzing a 6th player here. Fred Warner, and I put a hard flat over here because I'm probably going to anticipate switch sticking over to the right side of the field on this play. He snaps the ball. I do. Great route concept by him there. He had a flat route on his solo receiver. This is a very old school, very old school route combination. But a flat route, and then he had the running back on a table route, which has been a very popular route concept against against zone coverage for years. I ran zone on that side. I switch stick out to my slot, or out to my outside cornerback, say juiced, but since he was in a hard flat, he was way too far to the outside, and I should have switched stick on that instantly. I could have played it, but he made a great read there. Once again, we're just switching around. He's a little bit scared of my switch here. So I switch up to St. Juice, switch back down. The pressure is there once again with Travis Hunter, and we get him on the ground once again for a loss of 9 on that play. So this defense is working really well so far. Now we're trying to get just a little bit more adjusty out of it. He is a little bit scared of the defense once again. This time we bluff the blitz. We only send 3 this time. He chucks it up deep to Nico Collins, and Aaron Rodgers sells him for the 2nd time in this game. As you can see here, I've got my strong safety in a 3rd. I should have put him in a quarter in this play, and this is why this streak route was wide open from Nico Collins. There you can see I had my 3rd over here pressed, and even with St. Juice, he got burned big time. Kyle Hamilton got burned as well, and he overthrew him on that play once again. Yeah, overload 3 press. That is the play that I have been running the last couple of downs here. The Gunslinger is broken in this game. Again, he's overthrown 2 touchdowns in this game, and he has Gunslinger, I believe. So yeah, Gunslinger might be kind of broken in this game. Yes, it's really good, but there you can see the negatives about it. I guess you can say that's a good way of balancing it. It's like, hey, you have better velocity on passes. Your quarterback's got a good release. We're going to punish you because the release is too good, and we're going to overthrow a lot of your passes. So that might actually be a good thing about the defense, or about the ability. Let me know what you guys think. So here we are, 3rd and long, 3rd and 20. Once again, we're sending the dogs at him, trying to get aggressive with our switch stick here, playing a cover 4 show and then an outside. He had all day to throw. Wish he could have gotten pressured there, but he didn't. Great play design there, but we strip him, and all-pro Fred Warner is there on the strip. They're right here. Yep, he ran the most popular route combo in the game, a streak, but he actually put it in a corner. Sorry, not a corner, a curl. Streak, curl, slot fade, corner, and then he playmakered his drag and damn near got a 1st down. And look who it was again, boys. It was Kyle Hamilton. Man, I feel bad if you did not get that card from the MCS drops a few weeks back, because he made that play once again. He has been a difference maker, to say the least, in this 1st quarter, forcing 2 turnovers, and now we're headed to the second quarter, up by a touchdown, trying to lengthen the lead between myself and I. Rock out with a couple of curl routes, as we know, one of the best routes in the game. Very, very annoying to deal with. But we throw a little return route to Devontae Adams and we get out of there. Beautiful play by us right there. Once again, I have 2 curls. We're really attacking the middle and the low side of the field with a lot of, really tough routes to defend. So I've got, this is spacing switch too, by the way. Spacing switch, table route, drag, return route, and then 2 curls. Pick and choose there between the curls, and if anything's underneath that's open, we take it. Return route open, and we in there for the tutty, and we go up 2 scores just like that. He got the kickoff return back out to the 28-yard line. He is back on offense once again. We are sending that slot cornerback blitz off of the weak side of the formation, off the bunch side. So there's no running back over here to help. We're kind of forcing his hand here if he wants to block the running back, which not very many people like to do. Really good defense there by us. Never mind. He has Jahmyr Gibbs wide open. It looks like he was on he was on the halfback choice route or whatever. He ran halfback choice, one of the best plays in the entire game. And the running back was completely butt-ass naked. He runs a big-time flood concept here. Playmaker once again. Look at Gunslinger. Look at Aaron Rodgers sell him for the 3rd time in this game. Aaron Rodgers sells a wide open pass. Granted, he was under pressure and he was rolling to his right and he was throwing on the run to a playmaker receiver. A lot going against him there, but still that was wide open. That should have been a catch. Yeah, there you can see Gunslinger has a lot of drawback this year, it looks like. 3 plays have screwed Gabagool over. And we get a gifted an interception. I'm not gonna complain. I'll take it. It's hard enough to get stops in this game. But we just got one. We just got a gifted stop right there. So now he is switching up defenses once again. He is in the 3-3 Cub this drive. He's just throwing the whole playbook at us. I believe he might also be in Vikings too, potentially, because I know Vikings has 3-3 Cub, which is actually something that I need to start running. So he's in that defense to start off this drive. Once again, he is super aggressive with his switch stick. Ooh, getting a little sticky there with, Jahmyr Gibbs. You are a nasty fella. Right there, we run short side. We run wide side punch X nasty. We basically run the same route combo that I ran the other play, or ran the other drive. I did not motion the sneak route this time. I kept it in the backfield and he was wide open. And once again, he gets that beautiful rack animation almost every single time. Pick up a good chunky yards there with Sonic, aka Jahmyr Gibbs. Back to short side, bunch X nasty here. Once again, kind of just dictating it. He switches on that time to the post route and we just make a beautiful read there. Travis Hunter. That is why I hate switch stick. It's giving up. That's the give and take with it. Look at that. Like he says, fuck the streak. You're probably going to throw X. Nope. This time I saw him throw it, or I saw him come down on that. I knew I threw that pass earlier in the game. He also knew it. He anticipated it, but I threw the streak for the touchdown instead. And boys, we are up by 21. 21-0 is the lead that we have against one of the best players in the world. Now, granted, we have gotten pretty lucky. 21-0 in this game seems like an eternity to come back from, but it is not. With how high-powered offense is, it is simply not. We got to keep the pedal on the metal here if we want to keep pace in this game. Right here, he goes to the Y-off trio close, one of the most popular plays, formations in the game. So I know he is in Jaguars offense as well. Runs, once again, a very popular route combination. Late throw by him. I should have switched back onto that a little bit earlier. We didn't. He hits Amari Cooper near the sideline. The first down there, runs play action to try to slow down the blitz pressure. He goes back to bunch X nasty. He runs spacing switch to the short side. From the short side to the wide side. Hits Jahmyr Gibbs for a big gain. He's trying to get another play off here before the 2-minute warning. Once again, aggressive with the switch stick. He throws the Y-flat goal line, speed out, corner route, whatever you want to call it. He throws that play gains. First down. Final play here for the 2-minute warning. Nope, he does not snap one. So now out of the 2-minute warning, he's in scoring range here. Obviously, red zone, as we know, as the dead zone. Once again, getting really aggressive with my shells here, just trying to switch stick him to freak him out a little bit. This time I man up my user to the running back. We played pretty solid there. Fred Warner didn't get out to the flat as much. Actually, no, never mind. He was going to get out there, but I switched stick onto him to try to guard something over the middle, and he was able to find a wheel route. Very fascinating route combination there by him, but he found a wheel route from that play. Right here, he goes to strip side in. He puts in Jalen Hurts, so you know that something with an RPO or the QB zone. It's come right there. He ran the RPO bubble. I went to go user it, but that left the inside zone portion of it wide open. Didn't get any sheds at all. He scores. And since he's down by 3 possessions, there's no point. I'm sorry, there is no harm, no foul here with going for it. He runs QB power with Jalen Hurts. He motioned out his running back too to get like extra, not necessarily like extra blocking, but just kind of window dress it differently than usual. And we stop on the 2-point conversion. So we're up 21-6. Jahmyr Gibbs, take a look here. Jahmyr Gibbs is crazy, wild, crazy stick by us. Good patience there too. Damn. Oh my God. There it is. We're out. See ya. Touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs. Yep. Back up by 21. We're back up by 22 now. 3 possession lead for us. So minute and a half to go. He does get ball at half. He did not kick off return. So he returned it to the 25. Back on defense here for us. Once again, getting aggressive. Very aggressive with the switch stick. Ooh, we gave it up. We did exactly what he did earlier. And we went to go use the post route because it was open. But he had Amari Cooper butt fucking naked. Luckily, we got to Aaron Rodgers just in the nick of time. Otherwise, I was giving up a touchdown there, as y'all saw. Back on back on defense for a 2nd and 10 here. Minute and 18 is trying not to get him, or just trying to keep him out of the end zone as best as we can. Once again, kind of on the cover 6 shell on this play. Trying to get aggressive with the switch stick. And right there we do, and we just about got his ass with Fred Warner. That would have been a crazy switch stick if we would have gotten right there. I should have switched right there, and then that was going to be a pick, but I switched just a smidge too late. I love and hate switch stick so much, man. It's such a love-hate relationship with that shit. It really is. So 3rd down and 2 here. Clock is ticking. He has all 3 timeouts. He runs spacing switch. He hits Davante Adams over the middle on the crossing route. He definitely has the full Davante Adams, which right now, you are able to buy your way to level 45, and that guarantees you a 90 overall season 2 player token. And a lot of people are using it on that Davante Adams because he does get like 92 speed, which is very, very good. Right there, he runs the Y flat goal line play. He actually has spin cycle on his Nico Collins, and there you can see just how deadly it is when it works. Whoop and whoop. Double spin move, breaking our hearts and souls right there. And he gets into the end zone. He's just going to be going for 2 for the rest of the game for the most part. Why not? He runs the bubble screen there. We do a really good job. Javon Holland, our safety, playing that right there. But he is 0 for 2 on 2-point conversions in this game. Oh boy. We better keep it here with Jahmyr Gibbs, huh? We better keep it here because this dude's a highlight reel. Just another crazy good kick return out to midfield just like that. We only need 15 yards or so, or again, field goal range just like that. 26 seconds. I still have all 3 timeouts as well. Feeling really, really good. Right here, we go back to the motion cross play again, once again. And Jahmyr Gibbs, butt ass naked. We spin. He doesn't get the greatest spin move right there. I probably should have not spun. I probably should have tried to take it to the outside. Maybe speed boost my way to the outside. He got really aggressive once again with his user and switch stick. And yeah, very easy, very, very easy 1st down there for Jahmyr Gibbs. We call our first timeout of the half. Looking like I'm calling the motion dig under play here with the sneak route. Looks like stem down corner streak, post, and the return route. This time I actually motioned Jahmyr Gibbs. Well, we motioned him to the other side. Thought I was going to motion him to the short side, but we didn't. Great defense there. He gets a shed with Lawrence Taylor. Very, very solid defense right there by him. He switched down to the hard flat, switched back up to the corner route, was able to bag that pretty well. So great defense there by Gabagool. We are in field goal range here, so I'm trying not to take a sack. Pause from the 31-yard line. Kicking is way harder this year than it has been before in the past, which is a good thing. Right there, didn't like what I had. I burned a timeout there. Really bad timeout by me. Clock was stopped too, so that really kind of sucks. Once again, a bunch to the short side here. 16 seconds left to go. Kind of looks like I'm pretty unsure what I want to do right here. And there is what we do, actually. I put Travis Hunter on a curl route. We had Davante Adams clearing out routes with a streak. I motioned out, spacing the switch tail route to Jahmyr Gibbs. He's playing a hard flat on it. He does a really good job switch sticking. But those curl routes, man, they're just so dynamic and so deadly. We stemmed that up like once or twice, I think twice, and almost scored a touchdown on that. So yeah, that's how insane curl routes are in this game. If you stem them up 2 or 3 times, they're damn near impossible to guard. You just got to be wary of someone trying to switch stick it. Really all it is. So right here, we go to trips tight end ourselves, and we put Travis Hunter on a bubble screen. He actually plays the shit out of it right there, but he didn't get any sheds at all. He didn't get any sheds at all. Nothing with his user. His defensive line didn't do shit. Our offensive line blocked the hell out of that, and Jahmyr Gibbs scampers his way in there for the touchdown. And we're up 35-12 at halftime for the most part. No, he does not get a good kick return. He has one more play left in the half. I don't think I give up a bomb here, do I? No, I don't. But look at this. Davante Adams just outruns my entire team. And he caught it, but Davante Adams screws him and he doesn't get a good animation. This has to be like 92 or 93 speed Davante Adams. Like, look at that. That's crazy. I think he's 93 speed, actually. He's fast as hell. He's ran by Kyle Hamilton and Javon Holland like 2 or 3 times in this game. And we're at halftime. I'm not gonna lie, boys. We are up big time, but I can't say that I got lucky. All right, I have to say that I got lucky. I really have. He's overthrown like 3 or 4 wide open plays. He got a good play that time there, and it got a really bad animation on what should have been a touchdown. So the game is wanting me to win. It's pretty clear. I've gotten a fumble, got a kick return. Yeah, it's pretty clear that they want me to win, but he's not going to go away lightly whatsoever because he's one of the best players in the game. It's just not in his DNA. And once again, he has all day to throw. We're not getting any pressure really. The playmaker's up there. He has a corner route on his tight end, 2 streaks. Sorry, the motion choice route. He's honestly just spamming that and just hoping that he can get a shot, or hoping that Davante Adams can outrun my team, which he has for the most part in this game. So he probably honestly could have thrown that again to Davante Adams. So it's looking like I'm not going to be like manning that up. I definitely need to start manning up the point receiver way more. Right there, he runs the sneak play as well. He might have ran motion dig under just like we do as well. And you can see he is running a lot of short side bunch X nasty as well. So he clearly sees the vision with short side bunch X nasty. Right there, bad defense by us. Did not switch stick like I wanted to. We had St. Juice in a soft squat out there. It was pressed too. I was running with the post route, and yeah, his corner route was butt ass naked. We gave up a big chunk of yards there. 1st and goal inside the 10. Now we're sending the slot corner blitz. Now he audibles over to Y-off trio close, which he runs the goal line fork zig play. Great switch sticking by us. Jahmyr Gibbs though is open because he playmakers it, and the playmaker, as you know, instantly responds and he scores. We play pretty good defense on it, but playmaker bails him out there. He scores a touchdown. Once again, he still is going for 2 every single rip. Why not? Why wouldn't he? Decent defense by us, all day to throw. And that is, who's number 1? Oh, it's Evan Ingram there. What the? I don't know why Travis Hunter stopped playing this. Like, look at this. This is perfect. Travis Hunter's glued to his hip. That's not open. And then he just stops. Like, what? And I think I realized this too. Like, he just stops playing it. I don't understand. That made no sense whatsoever. I used it perfectly. I was on the crosser. I peeled back to it. And somehow, like, Travis Hunter just glitched out. Kind of insane. So he gets back to within 15 points here. Still a minute into the first. Only a minute into the second half. Let's rewind this one, shall we? We run a huge flood concept to the short side of the field. To the wide side from the short side. He should have had that one with, that's Peyton Wilson. Okay, like this is actually a crazy bag. I probably could have and should have thrown Jahmyr Gibbs here. Take a look here. He's actually hard flatting his defensive end. He sent 2 right here. So yeah, not the greatest play designed by us, really. He's actually spied Lawrence Taylor. Why would you spy him? That's kind of crazy. You spending all that AP and you spy your Lawrence Taylor. But nonetheless, he should have caught that interception. Terrible play by us. 2nd down and 10. Back at it here once again. This time we motion over the sneak route. He runs the ram the guard blitz. This time he leaves the sneak route wide open. And we check it down to Jahmyr Gibbs, who gets the 1st down on a nice little spin move. Back to the RPO once again, which we sprinkle in. We get him this time once again. We just read that outside corner. That outside corner bites down aggressively or backpedals. We throw the flat route, and that time we did it again. The 2nd time we've done it to him this game. Moving and grooving here to the 42-yard line. We're back on the Y flat goal line. Run a little quick snappage with him. He user pressed Davante Adams there. Kind of messed up the timing. He was on a crossing route, but he didn't even get into his route at all. That time we actually hit I believe it was the running back, the tight end return route there. Great call by us. Pick up 7 yards. Moving and grooving here once again. Was I probably throwing another pick here? Probably. Let's see. He gets very, 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 very aggressive once again with the switch stick like this, but he gets pressure there just in time. I was throwing Nico Collins. He was, I think, going to go user. Let's see what he was using right here. So yeah, he went to go get the slot fade, but he was going to give up the streak for a touchdown. But I was going to throw a crossing route to, I believe that's Travis Hunter, right? No, Nico Collins. I was throwing that crossing route, but he got pressured there in time. So good defense by him. 3rd down and 3, your biggest play of the game. Looking like it's going to be spacing switch once again. Just whole lot of flooding, boys. Just a whole lot of flooding, and we fuck up, and I throw right at him. Peyton Wilson brings that one in. Just an absolute cage by him. Let's see what I should have thrown here. Nothing. Everything was bagged. Great defense by him. Once again, terrible offense. It's punished, which it should. And we were playing with fire early in the drive, and that time we played with it a little bit too much, and we got burnt. So he gets the ball right back here. Now he's starting to feel a little bit of momentum, right? He is starting to feel the momentum swing. Devontae Adams up the seam there. Yeah, motion halfback choice is a pretty insane play, and he was literally calling this. It looks like damn near every single play. And right there, once again, Gunslinger kind of screws it, but we did get pressure, right? Yep, not really. Gunslinger is insanely ass, isn't it? Wow. Like he didn't, like Travis Hunter was like 3 or 4 yards away from getting pressure, but we got it. And Aaron Rodgers overthrows another touchdown. So yeah. Once again, we got lucky. It's as simple as that. We got lucky. 24-yard line, 2nd down and 10 here. He's on offense. Run spacing switch. Terrible defense by us. Should have had a hard flat over there to guard it or switch stick it. As Jameer Gibbs, he's at 1st and goal. Right here, he goes to, once again, Y-off trio weak. We get pressure on him this time with Travis Hunter. I scissor adjusted the running back and ISO wide receiver on that play. Pretty good adjustment. Pretty good defense by us. 2nd down and goal. Running that same exact shell again, that same exact defense. Let's see what I do. We're blitzing off of the running back side. Let's see what he does and see what I do here on defense. Use the tight end. We switched it down. That was beautiful, but we didn't get pressure, and he scores. Tight end was wide open. Once again, I did a really good job of using that. I probably should have manned him up. Honestly, should have manned him up right there. But once again, that was a great counter to the scissor adjustment that he did. And Evan Ingram was just wide open in the end zone. So now he has a chance right here to make this a 7-point game. Let's see if he does it. Still 2% game now, but he can get it to 7 if he gets the 2-point conversion. Here, once again, we're sending the slot corner blitz all day to throw. Crazy route combination. I'm probably going to steal that. So he has a crossing route from his B receiver. He's got a return route from his slot receiver, and then he's got a speed out to the outside receiver. I'm stealing that. Give me that route combo. Damn, that was really good by him. Once again, he's one of the best offensive players in the game for a reason. Jameer Gibbs, no touchdown this time from him. Now y'all are starting to see the momentum is shifting before your very eyes. He has got all the momentum. He's got me a couple of times. Right here, we go to doubles flex. Hit him with the deep in route on the motion dig under play. Big play by us. Definitely needed that to regain some sort of confidence because the confidence is starting to teeter into his favor. Right here, we're just keeping it simple. Running the RPO. He doesn't switch stick out. We get the really good rack animation there with Devontae Adams. And we get into his territory at the 44, bringing us to 1st and 10 right here. We want short side. I switch up the route combo this time. He actually switched sticks over there to DRC, and I throw another shitty pick. Really shitty interception. He has Carlton Davis here, and he cribs it. And he is a point away from tying the game up. In a blink of an eye, boys, he is a point away from tying the game up, but once again, he's been aggressive all game. He's still going to be going for 2. Yeah, I am the master of disaster. I am the master of choking leads. And he has the lead. He has the fucking lead, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Scary hours are indeed setting in for your boy, but there's still so much time left. There's still 6.5 minutes to go in this game. We gotta fight for our right to party. No defense whatsoever. It started off looking like a defensive showdown. It is now turning into a fucking defensive disaster class. We once again just keep it simple there. We're trying to get him to we're trying to see if he's pass committing or not there with that run, honestly. Like, other than that, I would not be calling that play. Like, that was just simply to say, hey, if you're pass committing, you better stop doing it because hey, if I run this ball here, I can hit my head in the goalpost. So here we go. Back on offense. He switch sticks beautifully out to the goal, the Y flat goal line play. That was just insanely, like, yeah, Gabigol is one of the best players in the world for a very good reason. He just knows everything there is to know about your offense for the most part. That's crazy good instincts by him to switch to that right away and just know to take it away. But we were able to hit our running back on a table route to the outside. Right here, we hit Evan Ingram on a little, I think that was a return route. Yes, it was. He should have stayed on Peyton Wilson right there. Like you see, look at that. He was going to lurk it, and then he switched stick up. Once again, he's good with his user, or good with the switch stick sometimes, and not great with the switch stick sometimes. He should have kept using it. Otherwise, if he did still user that, he could have picked me off once again. And that would have been 3 possessions in a row of me turning the ball over. Right there, that's the last play. I just want to get it to the quarter. We ran the RPO that time. He actually switched stick out to the flat, I believe. Let's take a look. Yes, so we're definitely not throwing that. We actually might have had Travis Hunter. Let's take a look. Yeah, no, not really. Not really. Good handoff there by us. And now put your 4s up in the chat, in the comments. 4th quarter coming up. We had a huge lead. He now has the lead. We have the ball. 2nd down and 7, 40-yard line. It is time to nut up or shut the fuck up. Back to spacing switch here. We're flood concepting him to the short side of the field. Evan Ingram's wide open on the drag route. And damn, just like that, we had a little drag, and he could go all the way down to the 7-yard line. Damn it! He got caught up there. He was running the, I don't know what he was doing right there. I don't know what he was doing. I think he might have thought he was blitzing right there because he rammed the offensive line, my offensive line, and Evan Ingram was just wide open. I don't know what he was doing. I don't think he knew either. 1st and goal. Once again, he screams at me, and they call an intentional grounding when you see Nico Collins and Travis Hunter are right there. How the fuck is this intentional grounding? Genuinely, how? There's 2 receivers right fucking there. I'm getting pressured at. How was that intentional grounding? And it's just, intentional grounding is so broken in this game. That's a prime example of it. How the fuck is that intentional grounding? Like, just how? And I get screwed over. Now we're at 2nd goal at the 18 fucking yard line. Thanks, EA. Appreciate y'all. We gotta come up with something here. 18 yards in less than 3 plays here. Otherwise, we're screwed. And that's this time. Hey, look at this. We motion out Jahmyr Gibbs once again. We streak, slot fade. Looks like I have a drag. We have the Y flat goal line, speed out, corner, whatever you want to call it. And then a zig route. We hit. This time he did not switch stick this route. Didn't get the greatest animation on it that I wanted. I should have thrown it just a little bit sooner, actually. If I would have thrown it a little bit sooner, I probably would have gotten the good rack animation, but we didn't. And now we're at 3rd down and goal at the 8-yard line, which is not very ideal for us. So we got to come up with a huge play right here, and looking like we're just going to, once again, just a massive flood from wide to short side. Evan Ingram, crazy read by us on the drag route. He went to go user the crossing route. He saw the drag route coming underneath. He switched sticks to Kyle Hamilton. Unfortunately, his switch stick gets him, it takes him out of position. And we get, I will say we got lucky right there. I'll say it. Lucky switch stick. Our lucky play by us, bad switch stick from him. And now we are going to go for 2 to make it a 7-point game once again. We're in bunch X nasty. This time we audible to doubles flex, and we're running the double RPO flat. We read it, and his defender made a really good play on it. He went to user the Y1. Very good defense by him. He probably would have picked that off. And we throw the other one to Devontae Adams, and it hits the turf. So we're up by 5, though. Confidence is back. He's got Jahmyr Gibbs, breaks the tackle, gets out to the 37. So with this being, such an offensive game, I'm sure he's trying not to, he's probably going to try to make this, well, we'll wait and see here. I don't think he tries to make this the last possession. I think he's trying to score quickly here, get the ball back. So I get the ball back and potentially, make a mistake. If I'm not mistaken. Take a look here. Look, he has shit wide open. But Devontae Adams there it is, finally. I don't know. I think this is just, look at inside. I need to run cover 4 against this every single time. This is terrible by me looking back at it. This right here against someone who's running bunch X nasty. Do not run this on your safeties. Run 2 quarters. 2 quarters. I have a quarter here, good. I have an inside third here, bad. Just basically inside quarter both your safeties against bunch X nasty. Let's put it that way, because the inside third he just shuffles, and Devontae Adams is too fast. And Kyle Hamilton is too sluggish to get back there. And yeah, you can't see my face, but I'm saying, I'm like, how the hell does that get bombed? Zone coverage is ass as fuck. Let's just keep it that way. That should be a good shell for what he wants to do. It should be, but it's not. It's crazy that can't be guarded. That shell could not stop that play, but it couldn't. And right there, this time he runs double return routes. double return routes. So he has the, okay, I actually like this a lot. I'm stealing this. You guys should steal this too. So once again, he has the return route, crossing route, out route on the trip side, right? He has the running back, table route, and then he has another comeback route. Just this murders the middle of the field. Like, you have to pick or choose which return route you want to use her. You also have to use the crossing route over the top as well. That gets into a really good spot. Gets into the very back line of the end zone. That is a crazy 2-point play, and I'm stealing that shit. You guys should too. Steal it. It's a copycat game. So he has the lead once again. He's up by 3 here. I'm looking to score quickly, I think. So he scored obviously there in a couple of plays, which I think he wanted to actually do. I'm trying to do the same as well. We are trying to do the same exact thing right here. Back to the sneak route play. Great defense by him. Shit read. Just a really bad read there. It was blanketed. I should have thrown the corner out. I should have thrown Devontae Adams. There you can see Devontae Adams going to be open. I throw the return route. Gain 5 yards. Moving and grooving here. Clock is moving as well, which is important. Facing switch once again. Should have thrown that way sooner. It's just so much way sooner looking back at it. This is the first time I'm watching this game back, by the way. Should have thrown that way sooner. Also have the drag route right there. Just butt ass naked. So this is a very good play, man. It just really is. You just have to make the reads. You really do. Like, something's going to be open on it almost every play. I mean, apart from 1 or 2 times, 1 or 2 plays, there's been a player wide open every single time I've run that play. There's been, once again, 1 or 2 times out of maybe 10 that I ran that setup, there was not a player open. Got to keep that in mind. Back to motion dig under 3rd and 5. Biggest play of the game. We throw the drag route underneath. I did not mean to do that, actually. But it was actually a good read. It was actually a good read because it was wide open from the jump. So good job by us, I guess. Clock still ticking. About to hit 3 minutes to go. We run the ball once again. Should have taken that more to the outside. Clearly there. Yes, I don't know how to run the ball. I'm sorry. I'm a run noob. Once again, I'm only running the ball to see if he's pass committing. Because if he's if you pass commit in this game, you're trying to get better. You're trying to get a blitz to come in better, or you're trying to get better sheds. But it's very obviously not very good against the run. You're going to give up a touchdown because your players just run slower. And right there, Travis Hunter is open. We run once again the Y flat goal line play. And we run drag route, crossing route, the zig route there from Travis Hunter. Just a great route combination by us. And we get to the 36-yard line. This is going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Once again, we're running the RPO. Just trying to see if he's going to be playing either one of it right there. He actually did not switch stick to the outside, but he was running the stock man coverage right there. Beautiful by him. He tackles us in the backfield. He is going to get aggressive with his timeouts. He calls his first timeout there, not letting it get to the 2-minute warning. So now that he's doing this, now I'm trying to make this the last drive of the game. I really am. Now that he's calling his timeouts, we're trying to make this the last drive of the game. Right here, we run the cross post play once again. Great switch job by him to switch stick to the outside. That could have been a case for intentional grounding, but they didn't call it that time. Overall, just amazing defense by him. Nothing was open on that play. 3rd down and 11. We actually are not in field goal range in this game. The 37-yard line, believe it or not. Like, we're just not in field goal range. So we have to get, I need to get a first down here. This is as simple as that. And we do on a curl route to our tight end, Evan Ingram. This was actually a really good play set up by us. I motioned Jahmyr Gibbs out on the sneak route. And once again, I've shown him a couple different looks with this. I've shown him that I can run the sneak route, I can run a streak, or I could run the spacing switch table route. This time, we're on the sneak route. He switch sticks. We get him to switch up to the corner route, leaving the tight end wide open over the middle of the field. And that's a huge play by us. And he calls, once again, his second timeout right there. I don't think he should have called his second timeout right there. I think he should have just let it go to the 2-minute warning so we could have 3 more. Because if he would have done that, he technically could have stopped the clock twice more. But there you go. You see, we run the ball, and he full sends his final timeout. So now I have to try to make this last possession of the game, or at least close to it, and we have to score a touchdown. That's my goal with this drive right here. 2nd down and 7. We're probably going to try to get this to the 2-minute warning here on this play. We're just going to probably keep it simple here on this one. So we're going to cook up. Facing switch once again. We motion the running back out. So we're dictating to him, hey, you better play hard flat over here. We have a return route. This is actually a really good route combo. I like this a lot. He runs stock man coverage for the most part. Great defense by him. And I throw the ball away. I honestly should have should I have taken the sack right there to get it to the 2-minute warning? I probably should have. I wouldn't have gotten out of field goal range there. I could have kept the clock moving. But then again, once again, like I said, I want to get a touchdown on this drive. That's the goal. And once again, he bags me. I get extremely lucky there once again with an overthrow. I was probably throwing a pick, but I got pressured in my face right there by Howie Long. Yeah, he played really, really fucking good defense here. I think he had his curls on flat. His curls were on 5. No, he played the sticks. He played the sticks with all of his zones, all of his yellows and blue zones. So his hooks and his like flat zones were all at the sticks. And then he had the 3 deep routes, it looks like. And I will admit we got lucky there again. I'll say I had the horseshoe up my ass. I'll be the first one to admit it. We had the horseshoe up my ass this entire game. And I say, fuck the field goal. We're going for it. We're going for it right here. 4th and 7. I'm not trying to play to tie this game. We're trying to win the game right here. Here's what we cook up, boys. Kind of a questionable route combination. So we're coming out once again. It's spacing switch. It's spacing switch or nothing. I've got a slot fade. I've got a streak. I've got a in route. And then I've got a stem down post route by my tight end. And I'll break down here this once again, once we snap the play. He's using over the middle. As you can see here, he has a heart. I probably could have thrown Jahmyr Gibbs, right? Probably could have thrown Jahmyr Gibbs. Yeah, because he played a cloud flat here by his DB. I throw the corner, or sorry, I throw the post route, and we dot his ass up for the touchdown. That ended up being an extremely good play by us. That was like the route combo. That was kind of just an improv route combo. I'm not gonna lie, but it actually worked out because a very popular shell in this game is to run 2 quarters. He switched on to this flat zone, and then he had another flat zone here. So he's guarding the seams, he's guarding the flats by switch stick, but he didn't get any pressure at all. Didn't get any sheds. We got a great pass from Case Keenum, and we score a touchdown with 2 minutes left to go, 1:53 left to go, and he has no time outs. So we kick the field goal here. We go up by 4. So he needs to score a touchdown to essentially win this game. 48-44. Cue up the ESPN Prime music because it is time for the money drive for our friend Gabagol here. Once again, we have blown a massive lead. He is trying to steal this game from us. Let's see if we are able to finish the job. Minute 50 left. Ball at the 25-yard line. We're basically playing cover 4. We switch stick there. Ooh, I should have switched stick down there to Antonio Johnson. He gains basically 10 yards, 2nd down inches, but he is no huddling. Once again, he has no timeouts. Tick, 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 tick. We get aggressive, kind of. No, not really. So to switch stick out there, once again, spin cycle is absolutely nuts. Late on the switch stick there by us. He spins inside. That spin move is fucking ridiculous. He gains another 1st down. Ball at the 46-yard line. Clock is ticking though. That's important. We kept him in bounds. We run a cover 2 shell over the bunch side. There you can see I man up my user to Devontae Adams, who has been killing me all game long. We switch stick off of him. We switch stick down. Great call by us, or great defense by us, but then he hits the return route over the middle of the field. Very good play call by him, and he gets to the 33-yard line, but there's still the clock is still ticking, and he's in field goal range, but he needs a touchdown to win the game. Clock is ticking here. Less than 40 seconds to go. Once again, I've got my user manned up. We switch stick down. We switch stick down again, and man, I thought he was gonna throw the table route. That's why I hesitated just a little bit. I should have drove on that more, man. If I drove on that a little bit more, like that was a great switch stick, I drive on it more, and it's a pick. The game's over. But that's once again a give and take with switch stick, man. It really is. Clock is still ticking though. He has no timeouts. Down to less than 20 seconds to go here. Manning up Devontae Adams with the user. Great call, great play by us. And the fucking playmaker, Evan Ingram, and he gets in the end zone and scores. This was great defense by us. Oh my goodness, just so close right there. We were so close 2 or 3 times of switch sticking his life away on that drive. And we just were not able to get there. He scores a touchdown with 16 seconds left to go in this game. Crazy fight from him. No defense whatsoever. Damn near 100 points scored in this one. But we still have just a little bit of time. It's not much, but we have a little 16 seconds here. He kicks the ball and it does not land in the landing zone. Sorry, it lands in the landing zone and goes to the outside of the end zone. So the ball to the 20. So we have to go probably about 60 yards. Well, roughly 50 yards in order to get into field goal range. If we want to get to, probably about the 35. So 35 yards. That's how much we got to get. I can't do math. Maybe it's like 45, 50 yards. Anyways, we got to go a long ways in a short amount of time. So got to go quick right here. He gives up the flat right there. Only 3 seconds comes off the clock, which is good. ball to the 34-yard line. We need a couple more chunk plays like that to give us a chance. Back at it once again. This time he puts a defender out there. Let's see what I run. What do I run here on this play? Yes, I remember this. I remember this very fondly, boys. I remember this very fondly. Let's just watch the play out. GG's in the chat. GG's in the chat. All right, let's rewind here. Let's rewind. Let us rewind. Here is the route combo that I put on the field. It's Y flat goal line once again. This is kind of improvish. Let's see, we have 2 short routes here because kind of, you know, for check down purposes. We have slot fade. We have 2 streaks. He runs the shell where it is. Looks like he had a hard flat. I don't know what his defender right here was in, but look at this. Is this not wide open? This is wide open, boys. Look at this. This is wide open, Travis Hunter. Right there, wide open. I lobbed it though. I should have bulleted it to the outside. Not like, probably like a 2 or 3 o'clock pass lead on the left stick. Rather, not like a full, not like fully left, but I should have passed out that about 2 or 1 o'clock on the left stick. And I actually went ahead and I clipped the play right there to see the replay of it after the game. But that was the game there, boys. I went for the gusto. I went for the money right there on that play. I probably and definitely should have bulleted the pass right here. We bullet that, pass lead just a little bit more. Travis Hunter's out of there for a touchdown. But I lobbed it up. I thought he had a step on him. Carlton Davis recovered us really well. He emotes on us. He emotes on us for the win. And that's how the cookie crumbles, man. That's how the game ends. Very, very, very tough way to lose after having such a dominating performance in the first half. But I will once again say that I got extremely lucky this game. He got screwed over a bunch of times on a bunch of different throws. But it was just a couple of really shitty interceptions by me, especially in the second half, that really flipped this game upside down and turned it into his favor. And you can't do that against one of the top 10 to 15 Madden players in the entire world. You can't do that, otherwise they will literally he did what he did. He came back and won the game easily. So a big time lesson to be learned here is that, like, you just have to keep locked in. You have to keep your foot to the floor when you're playing a player the caliber of Gabagol, because he will do what he just did to me here in this game, and he will come back. And yeah, I will never financially recover from this. I'm just kidding. I did. But crazy game. Amazing game. Kicking myself that we lost the way we did, but it's all part of the learning process still about this game. And that, like, having a big lead has always been a huge problem for me, like sustaining it, because I've done this before in the past and we did it here again. So maybe one of these days we'll fucking learn our lesson. It's not in this one here. Hopefully in the next time if we play them at all next, or whoever we play, we get a big lead that we actually keep it. Yeah, you can see the stat lines: over 1,000 yards passing, damn near 100-point score. Both of us over 70%. That's just Madden 26, man. No defense whatsoever in this game, even though we kind of had defense in this game a little bit. He did too. GG's to Gabagol, amazing player. Should have won. Sucks that we didn't, but it is what it is. He got the job done, and I did not. And that's going to do it for this episode of Inside the Mind. Very long video. My voice hurts, so I'm getting out of here. We'll see you in the next one. Once again, there's going to be content that you saw sprinkled in here that will be coming to the channel very soon, so keep on a lookout for that. My voice hurts, I'm out, bye. Hey, before you go, did you like what you saw in the video? If you did, consider leaving a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you really like what you saw, consider subscribing to the channel and hit that bell icon to be notified each and every single time a video goes live here on the channel. Here's a couple other videos on my channel that you might like. Thanks for tuning in.